Get full episodes of The Damage Report as a podcast on iTunes and Android, and you can watch the live show every weekday on YouTube TV. Overall bad information on life expectancy in the US, it declined again in 2017, and partially due to bad results for health insurance for kids and things like that. The health insurance rate for children actually went down for the first time in over a decade. This data continued the longest sustained decline in expected lifespan at birth in a century. A performance not seen, you have to go way back, 1915 through 1918. And for context, that period included World War I and a flu pandemic that killed 675,000 people in the US and 50 million worldwide. Man, I've heard that many times, but it doesn't really sink in that was really bad. That was really bad. So finally.
You heard it here first, folks. World War I death toll really bad.
No, I was talking about the flu pandemic actually.
Sorry, but also flu, yeah.
Like, how often that was a historically bad outbreak of disease.
Yes.
And it took until today for us to once again reach the overall decline in a 4-year period of life expectancy. And let's talk about how that actually plays out for you and the people around you. Overall, Americans could expect to live 78.6 years at birth in 2017, down 1/10 of a year from 2016. Men are at 76.1 years, down 1/10. Women was unchanged, that was 81.1. So women get, it looks like about 5 years more than men. And free of the men, perhaps, that they were with. And let's talk about some of the reasons that this has declined. It's not everything is getting worse, it's some specific things are getting worse. If we bring up this chart, you're gonna see the overall rates of drug overdose deaths and suicide. And you're seeing suicide numbers between 2000 and last year rising quite a bit there. Although interestingly, the male suicide death rate is way higher. It's almost 4 times higher than the female rate, both back in 2000 and recently, but rising precipitously. And you see also, even worse, the drug overdose rates in the last 18 to 20 years are rising like crazy. And we've talked about that many times, why that is.
Yes, this is a crisis. It is terrible. And when America is compared to other countries in terms of life expectancy, other developed countries, we are at the bottom. This is based on 2015 results. We are beneath Chile.
Wow.
Other countries that we are following up are Greece. We are way down there. Japan, Switzerland, Australia, Spain, Iceland, Italy, Israel, France, Sweden. Those countries are at the top. And we are, I think we're like somewhere in like the 24th, 25th.
Number 1, how many more years do they get than us?
They get
you said
a
it was
grand
Japan?
total. Japan, it's 80. I'm looking at a graph, so I don't know. Japan leads the world with an expectancy at 84 years.
Okay, so they get on average 6 years more than us. That's significant. And they get to live those 6 years in a pretty cool country.
18 of those countries have a life expectancy at least 3 years longer than the US. And that was before, that was in a 2015 report, which this says that this is a precipitous drop
from last year.
From last year, so it even gets worse.
Yeah, so hopefully that's something we can reverse, but this is not going in the right direction. Thank you very much for watching this clip from The Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.